All right, what is up YouTube? It is the Ville Outdoors here. Today is September 9th of 2025. And if you guys are noticing this is a different angle, that is because you guys are on a head mount now rather than a chest mount. I'll still probably use the chest mount when I do night fishing videos just because I haven't found a way where I can wear the headlamp and the head mount at the same time yet. So those videos will still be filmed on the chest mount, but I think having the head mount would be more effective for some day fishing videos, probably provide a little bit of a better angle, give you a wider view of, you know, the type of habitats that I'm fishing and stuff like that. We're also going to be attempting a new style of fishing today, and that is snorkel fishing. So the reason we're trying to snorkel fish is because it's very effective at catching fish that are in hard to reach places like riffles and stuff like that. And we will be leaving for Virginia at the end of this week. And what happens to be in Virginia? Well, a lot of species that are hard to find because they're in tough habitats. If you're just fishing over the top of the water, you might not see them because they're in such, deep riffles, or the water's moving too fast. You might never be able to see them. So we're gonna have to practice our snorkel fishing today, which means we have to get in the water. So I got my swim trunks on, I got a snorkel mask and a snorkel in my bag, and I'm gonna have to get in here and catch some fish, or try and catch some fish. So I'm unsure how the angle is gonna look with the head mount and the waterproof case, and there's going to be times where you're not going to be hearing me because the waterproof case doesn't allow for a lot of audio to be picked up. So I'm going to hopefully film those release shots and fish in hand shots on my phone to get that crisp audio, but the catches are going to occur with the waterproof case on. But I'm more concerned because I'm going to have to freeze in here and catch fish while I'm fully submerged in the water. But if I want to be successful in Virginia, I may have to make adaptations, and one of those adaptations is trying a different style of fishing. So this should be interesting. Hopefully I don't chicken out. All right, so we got the snorkel rod here, and we got a little piece of bait there. Some rock I just flipped up had a nice little insect larvae on it, midge larvae, something like that. So now we're gonna have to get in the water and try and catch some fish. It's not the warmest days out, it's only like low to mid 70s, and this area is pretty shaded. So maybe I'll have to start over there in the sun, but we'll see. Alright, there's our first fish. Oh, where's he trying to be? Oh. There's he side. There's he side. Alright. crooked. We've got a creek trout. Oh, right down the line. Oh, there's our creek trout. Got her let him go. Alright. Alright, creek trout. Wait, somewhere. Yeah. Alright, so I'm not sure how well it's showing up on the GoPro, but so far out of this hole right here, I've caught 3 rosy side dace and a creek chub by way of the snorkel. My problem seems to be that I'm still trying to breathe through my nose and I'm fogging up my mask and not being able to see after a certain point. So I definitely need to work on getting my breathing down. And my other problem I've been running into is just the hordes of rosy side dace that are around there, blocking me from trying to attempt the suckers and cutlips minnow or other species that might be around. So those are my 2 biggest roadblocks right now. We'll see if I can overcome that. All right, so I kind of established some things I need to work on when it comes to snorkel fishing. Gotta watch my breathing, like I said. And the other thing is I'm actually gonna have to get down in the water more when I'm kind of hunching over my back and then trying to still look up with my neck. It's putting quite the strain on my neck, which probably wouldn't work out too well in the long term. So I think I'm gonna have to kind of lay myself a little bit more flat in the water completely and be able to look straight on instead of kind of having to tilt my head up. I think that'll work out a little bit better. I'm not gonna do that today, but that's something we're gonna be working on in Virginia for sure. So the rest of the time I have today, this afternoon, I'm going to see what other species I can catch. So far we only got 2 species on the board, which is rather weak. So rather break my neck ahead of the Virginia trip, I'll just wait to break my neck on the actual Virginia trip. And hopefully it'll be at the cost of some new species, so it won't be too bad. But the last creek chub I caught ended up stealing my bait, so I have to get new bait before I can catch another fish. So we'll see. All right, let's try over here and see if I can find any fish that's not a rosy side dace or a creek chub. Oh. He's had a fish and he missed it. Nope, that's a bluegill. I don't want the bluegill. Don't give me the bluegill. Please, bluegill, leave me alone. No, bluegill. Bad fish. There we go. Gotcha that time. This looks like a spot tail shiner, if I were to have to guess. Yep, definitely looks like a spot tail. There he is. Could be just a big swallowtail. Kind of hard to tell. Alright, so there is our shiner here. This is either a spot tail or swallowtail shiner. It's a swallowtail. It's a pretty big swallowtail. But the mouth isn't too subterminal. So I'm leading that this is a swallowtail shiner, but I don't know. That spot's pretty distinct on the tail, so we'll see. We're gonna go ahead and let that guy go. Alright, well, I failed to get any of those darters to eat, but yeah, now it's sunny over here. We're out of the shrubbery, and there's a lot of fish down there. We're gonna see if any of these are different from ones we already got today. So I'm gonna drop this down there and see what happens. Alright, well, this here is definitely a that was definitely a swallowtail shiner. I think he's gone now. But that would have been our fourth species of the day, given that first one we called was a spot tail shiner, which I believe it was after further review. Just flipping over some of these rocks now, trying to find a good bait to use. This guy will work. So our darter is still here, but he's surrounded by a bunch of other fish. Oh, what is this? Oh, common shiner. That's another species for the day. There is a cutlaps minnow down there, but he's surrounded by a bunch of other shiners. Oh, there's even a largemouth bass in this creek, and a trout. Huh. Wouldn't have thought there would be a trout here in September. Very interesting. Alright, I got a juicy mayfly on now. Let's see if I can get one of these cutlaps minnows or other things to bite. No, not you. Oh, that shiner just went ballistic with it. Got him. Cutlaps minnow acquired. My first cutlaps of the day. Love these little guys. All right, so here's our cutlips minnow here, Exoglossum maxilingua or something like that. They have a little notch on their lip there. If this guy will flip over, which he won't, of course. But yeah, these guys are very cool, unique species, very abundant in this particular creek. Probably one of the most abundant spots I have found them in, or spots I have found them in most abundance. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and let this guy go. But very cool species of fish there. There we go, guys. We finally got our second cutlips minnow here. These guys have been quite tricky to get with the hordes of chubs going around. You see the notch there at the base of the mouth. There we go. Nice easy unhooking. Last look at our cutlips minnow there. We're going to toss him back into his hole. We probably have enough bait to catch one more fish out of here, and then I'm probably going to get going. There we go, another cutlips minnow. Very cool. Alright, well, I think that is going to do it for today. I believe we only caught, what, 5 species. We caught rosy side dace, creek chub, spot tail shiner, swallowtail shiner, and cutlips minnow. So, not great species diversity considering I see at least maybe 7 species in this hole. We had largemouth bass, smallmouth bass, there's a fall fish right there, there's creek chubs, rosy side dace, common shiner, swallowtail shiner, all fish that I've seen in this one hole, plus the one trout we saw earlier that seems to have disappeared. So great diversity in this creek. It's definitely one of the most diverse creeks in my area, which is why I like coming here, because I can catch so many different species. The main goal. So yeah, that is going to do it for today's episode. If you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. I know it's kind of all over the place and we were testing out different things, but hopefully it was still somewhat enjoyable. And the next video you'll be seeing from me will be filmed in Virginia, where hopefully we will land a lot of new species to add to our life list, which is currently at 215 species. We'll see where that number stands after our Virginia trip.